All right, folks. It's Brian from Weird World War II. And I'm bored. And I thought I'd just go live. And I'm, guys, just chat and shit. I'm making a bat right now. Making a Panzer Deuce. Panzer Deuce. Tamaya, 148, Panzer 2. So I thought I'd just do this. Trying to get it to where I guess people can see it. There we go. So there's that. I've been working on these for just a couple days. Got a couple of them here I'm working on. All right, what do we got here? And then we got, here's the holes. Here's the chassis. So they're pretty close to being done. Ain't got much left to do. So if you're on board, say hi. Probably do this, an hour or so. If anybody's around, say hi. All right. So okay. Where are we at? We're doing chassis shit. So I've been doing armor kits for like my whole life, and I was of the school where the tracks were like the bendy kind of rubber. So I was used to those. You figured out how to do that. You either glued them slacked, or you use like string or something to tie them down to the wheel to show them slacked or whatever. But nowadays they use the loose track. They're like, which is, for the modeler, for like the dyed hard modeler, I think they're good. But for like me just wanting to make some more gaming models, they're a little bit more, fucking more intensive than what I want. But shit, it ain't no big deal. If you do armor kits, that's the thing nowadays. I guess you could always find the old armor shit, but 148 back in the day, the only 148 kits you would find were that were worth a shit were the old Bandais. You would find some Limburg or some Atlas, like that kind of crap. It's all shit. It was like their interpretation of whatever vehicle it was claiming to be, and it wasn't sized right. I don't think they were even close to the displayed scales that they claim to. Well, but if you say if it's a 140, so Mel says it was for kids. So, woman, even if a kid wants to buy a certain scale vehicle, he wants it to scale right with his other shit, right? Right, baby? Right. Yeah. So you guys, she just don't know. She's cute, though. She's damn cute. Damn cute. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So I got some old ass clippers. These are just your average sprue clippers. I believe these are Squadron Signal brand, made in Pakistan. So that doesn't really mean anything. Again, this is a Tamaya Panzer II kit, which my favorite modeling company is Tamaya. I think they're the best and always have been the best. DML or Dragon, or they fucking call themselves now, or used to call themselves. They were in the 90s, in the early 2000s, man. They were badass, but I don't think they're as good as they used to be. They were the first to really like mass produce like modern equipment. So it's like, if you got, Dragon was doing like T-80s and Abrams and Bradleys and BMPs and shit. No one was doing that stuff. Everybody was doing like World War II stuff. No one was doing anything modern. until Dragon slash DML came out, and woo, they cornered that market for a while. I don't really see them doing a whole lot. I mean, I don't know. I don't do 135 kits anymore, so couldn't tell you what they're up to nowadays. But yeah, digging. Always been a fan of Tamiya. Consistent kits. You know, never really had any problems with them except their availability, man. I mean, in fact, they're the most common kits as a growing up as a kid for me. But shit, nowadays, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just the hobby in general. I think just getting kits anymore is a challenge. I think when that COVID shit hit, it kind of slowed a lot of that up, or closed down a lot of parties that were pivotal to keeping all that kind of stuff going. And there you go. That's what you get. So this is the Panzer II, guys. I'm making a Model C version, which is the main production version of it. So this is the stuff you would see like the invasion of France and in like North Africa. You'd see them in there. But yeah. What's up, Shadow? What's going on, man? Good to see you, dude. Just finished watching your I don't know how I missed your show with Bo, dude. I missed that. I wish I would have seen that one live, dude. Bo's a character. I dig his videos. He's a true gamer, man. He does it because he loves it. And it's funny, Bo is a man who shouldn't be a gamer because everything was against him, man. Didn't have much money. Wasn't, didn't have a lot of people to play with, but you know what? He stuck with it because he loved it, and he kept just keeping that spark alive. Sometimes it's like that, man. Sometimes you find yourself in a gaming wasteland, and a lot of people succumb to it. But some people have that fire. They keep that passion for gaming alive inside them, even though they're not doing it. And they eventually, find that crew. I guess you call it tribe. You find those folks to help you, get it going. But yeah, I dig Bo's little insights that he talks about and stuff. Pretty good stuff. What is this thing about? Yeah, he has that fire, man. I'm glad that you're getting some gaming in with him. That's cool. It's always refreshing to have a GM who's just into the game, man. That's awesome. It brings those games to life, and it makes you, get excited every week to, oh man, we're gonna play that, we're gonna finish that game, and man, yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff when you find a good GM. DM, GM, whatever it is. I like his little saying. He's the only channel with the face for print and the voice for, the voice for print and the face for radio. That's fun. Good stuff. Yeah, man, your anniversary streamiversary, as me and Mel were in bed last night, and we're like, what was that word? Streamiversary. We're gonna have to start using that. So yeah, that was good. That was a good time, man. I'm glad that looks like you had a good turnout. A bunch of folks came out. That's awesome. It's always good to see, your endeavors, pay off, and with your friends showing up and supporting you. It's always a good thing. It's always a good thing. But yep. So if you I'm making a Panzer 2 here. Come on, Weird War Gaming. What are you up to tonight? How's the desert this morning tonight? Is it cold? Man, it's cold down here in Texas, dude. It's like, I don't even know. What's the temperature out there, baby? It's like 50 or so. I don't even know what the temperature is, but yeah, 56. It's been cold. It's been cold and rainy. It's been the perfect day for me and Mel just to snuggle up and watch some horror movies. We watched the remake of Invaders from Mars. Yeah, we watched both of them. I fucking love that show. I love that movie. I love the original black and white version. And we watched Colonel Fielding. That kid says Colonel Fielding like fucking 100 times. So like, I'll be in one side of the house and Mel will be on the other side and she'll go, Colonel Fielding. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, it was a nice little show last night. I saw that you guys ended up doing almost 3 hours or over 3 hours. That's pretty good. That's a good haul. Baby, my God, my woman. She has every fucking thing. Producer. You have to say something about everything. Yes, baby. It's pointed downward so people can see what I'm doing. Yeah, because that's my woman. That's something. I gotta placate her, dude. Or she starts spending money. That's it. I'm going on Amazon. Oh no, she's threatening with Amazon. Oh, what game you playing, dude? Shadow says he's got a game coming up here in a couple hours. What time is he Mountain Time? He's Pacific, which is a couple hours later than us. So he's gonna be playing in the middle of it's like 6 over there. Oh. It's like the evening. It's the early evening. I think he's 2. I don't think he's 3. I think he's 2 hours ahead. Maybe 3. I don't fucking know. We're 2 hours ahead. Jeez, man, you're like a gaming machine. Do you just game anything, everything? Is there a specific genre? I mean, it seems to me that you're a Western guy and you're into fantasy. Or sci-fi too. Shit, you're a big sci-fi guy too. I had to commit, man. It's like, my Traveler. Oh, okay. That's cool. I haven't played Traveler shit since probably 90s sometime. Yeah, shit, man. Money's always been a factor in my world, and I had to commit to a certain genre of role playing as well as gaming in general. And I just chose for our traditional role playing games, we chose fantasy. And I just chose Pathfinder I was doing 2 hour difference. Yeah. I was going to do, I was playing a lot of 3.5. That was my favorite system. And when Pathfinder came around, I really liked the background of Pathfinder. Their world. I was never a big fan of the Forgotten Realms and D&D's various little background stories and stuff, but I like the Pathfinders. So I just so I kept all my 3.5 stuff, and then I when Pathfinder started kicking into its own system, I just went to that and I kept all the Pathfinder 3.5 stuff that I was playing with when I was playing 3.5. I kept all the cool expansions for 3.5 and just play Pathfinder now, first edition. 5 games a week. Wow, that's cool. I guess you do them all online. Like, is it just like Is it like a Zoom kind of call thing, or is it like those like D20 sites? I never could grasp that I mean, there's too much like, I've always been a DM, and we were looking into like doing some online gaming like that, but I just couldn't get over I couldn't do the tech to like set it all up in the in the D20 war, sister, the D20 fucking, I don't even know what you call it, the digital realm. Couldn't figure it out very well, so we just didn't do it.
Does he get paid for the game?
I think he's just playing. He's just playing. Yeah, saw your show last night. Saw a lot. I went through your again. I'm not a huge role player. I mean, I do play Pathfinder First Edition. We don't play it as much as we want to, but we probably get a game in a month, maybe, if that. And went through your channels list and on your channel and looked at a whole bunch of those guys. Pretty interesting, big eclectic group of DMs and players and all sorts of stuff. Okay, on Discord and StreamYard, that's cool. I'm thinking about getting onto that StreamYard for my own channel. Been having problems with YouTube and Facebook. It just kind of, oh shit, kind of fizzles out. It like gets the bandwidth gets weird and everything starts to slow down and shit. So. What the hell is it? Oh, I went out of order. Everything's all jacked up. Yeah, I'm just not, I'm not a big, I'm not a big video game guy. And I mean, I can do limited. I mean, I can handle tech more than I lay it out to be, but I mean, I prefer not to like have to get into some sort of, whole new system to like, it's just another layer. I mean, as a DM, shit, you're so busy to begin with. You got to come up with a story. Then you got to do the whole tech part where you got to like, get all your monsters and put all that shit up there and then like try to facilitate it with the other people and rolling. I mean, I don't know. It's just another fucking 2 or 3 steps I didn't want to do. But I guess, shit, that's the way, that's how it is nowadays. That's, unfortunately, I mean, it just seems like, unfortunately, I think, our traditional, RPG companies are going the way of selling RPGs as video games. And it's supposed to be, in my opinion, it's supposed to be face to face, person to person to really get that feel of role playing. You can't get that a lot when you're on a computer, even on a screen. Oh, that's cool. Doing some Traveler. Yeah, Traveler. What is Traveler? Is that can't remember who made Traveler. Was that's not, it wasn't TSR, was it? Like it was I can't remember who fucking made Traveler, dude. Is that Palladium or I can't remember who did Traveler. I was a big. I enjoyed GURPS a lot, and not so much the mechanics. I mean, the mechanics are fine and all, but their catalog of shit was enormous, man. Man, all their source book. They had a source book for every possible kind of genre you wanted to play with, man. I mean, it was massive. And they were great source books, man. They were like highly detailed, and like I have the World War II source books for it, and it was just cool because it would talk about like one of my biggest, what I liked about it the most was they would give like the prices of things in dollars of adjusted dollars of the time. So like it would say, like an M4 tank would cost this much. And it was just kind of cool to see that, just as in a historian aspect, to see that, that kind of, resource. Because, you don't really think about that. It's like, wow, this ME-262, jet cost this much, this much money at the, during the war. And anyway, it's pretty cool. I dug their stuff. GDW. Okay, that's right. GDW did a bunch of shit. But and I'll be honest with you, I never was a huge fan of like modern role playing. I think when you get into like firearms, I don't think the mechanics hold up well in some things. I mean, there's some dedicated modern combat games that, fire, if you get hit with a gun, you're fucking dead. But, a lot of these, like, kind of, they try to convert the fantasy role-playing games into, like, a modern kind of tech and shit. It doesn't work. But if you get hit in the head with a bullet, you're fucking dead, dude. I mean, you can rationalize being hit with a fireball. I mean, what is, it's a fireball. I mean, there's that kind of gray, but a 45 caliber bullet hitting you in the face, that's pretty much scientifically it's gonna pop it. Oh, that's cool. God, I haven't played GURPS in forever, since probably fucking college, 90s. But yeah, that's some cool shit. GURPS is a lot of fun, man. Yeah, so I looked up that game that I can't remember his name. That guy from Ireland that was on with us. At first I couldn't understand what he was saying because his accent was so thick. But then he's the turnip thing. Yeah, it's like it's crazy. I haven't played it. I've seen it. So it's basically the Napoleonics era, right? Where like I guess there's some sort of like vegetable infestation or some shit. It's turning people into kind of like turnip, like zombies or somewhere. Some weird shit. You gotta love Weird War, man. It can go any way you want it to. Oh, thanks, man. Yep. Just getting these painted. I got like a platoon of T-34s next. Right here. So but yeah, I mean, I just think a lot of the role playing is really meant for fantasy in the most part. But it's funny because I try to do a lot of role playing in my role playing games. But it seems like a lot of the players, they revert back to just like the combat. So it almost becomes like a miniature game. Because, that's, what people want, that's what they think. You just fight. We walk to this next thing and they fight. And, trying to get these guys to think outside the box and just, play their, it's like, perfect example, Mel's character. So like, we have a day to rest and refit, right? So we're in some port. She's like she's a young, virile young woman. So she goes out partying, right? And you may be in the DM, it's a cosmopolitan town. It's got, lots of bars and clubs or whatever they do. And she went out partying, right? She came back, right? And I said, when she came back, right? And I said, what'd you do? And she's like, oh, I got drunk. How drunk did you get? She goes, I got blackout drunk. So I did a couple rolling on the side, right? And guess what? Mel didn't use any protection, so she got pregnant. And she's not even sure who she got pregnant by. So Mel being kind of the new to the wargaming, or not the wargame, but the role playing thing, she got upset and discouraged and just retired her character. I'm like, what the fuck? Don't retire her. I mean, this is the story. This is what happens. You go out and you party a little too hard and you get pregnant. And then it's still life. I mean, you still continue on from that point. So play it out. And she's like, no, I'm just gonna retire. Fuck that. I'm like, I mean, she's not even showing. I mean, she's only been pregnant for like a day or two, So I mean, you got months before she starts to show, or does she? Da, da, da. She doesn't know. She doesn't know who knocked her up. So it could be any. It could be an orc. It could be a demon. Who knows, man? Oh, his accent is Polish. Okay. It's funny because there's a lot of great Polish gaming stuff out there. There's several Polish miniature manufacturers that are making some great shit. And I know that there's some Polish board game companies and all sorts of stuff. Miniature company, like miniature wargaming companies. I'm sure there's a lot of role playing stuff too. So it's cool to see the Poles getting into the fray. It's cool, we live in such a world where we're interacting with people from Poland, and it's cool to see just to see how like their gaming communities like what they're gaming, what the style of gaming, what's popular there. It's pretty cool, man. It's really neat to see geeks around the world being able to interact with each other. And when I say geeks, man, I mean that's a title to be exalted, because I'm a geek. I'm not a nerd. I'm not smart enough to be a nerd. I'm a total geek. I'm a gaming geek. And it's funny because nowadays, geek is chic. So you got that geek chic shit. So everybody's a geek. But I'm like, yeah, you weren't ridiculed for it. But maybe they are. I don't know. I think that geek chic is starting to wear off, to be honest with you. I think everybody's kind of done with the comic book movies. And so I don't know. Hell, I saw like you big. Like, you a fan? I don't know what it is. It's a circle with a star. I'm like, right on. It's all good as long as you like it. But yeah, so I don't know if are you ever gonna bring that character back, babe?
No.
Never?
Probably not. I have 2 other characters.
Yeah, we tend to play with multiple characters. Like I have some, like, even me as the DM, I'm playing a character. And one of the reasons is, first of all, it's just we have a small party of people to play with. So we need to make like multiple characters to have a party, a venturing party that's not going to just get wiped. And then sometimes I play a character because being a DM, I mean, you can let these people run wild, but they won't do anything. They'll just go kill an orc, get the money, sell it, and then just drink and like party. I mean, you want a little something more. So sometimes you get a party member in there that's kind of helping the party move to a certain situation. And I know some people don't. A lot of DMs just sway against that. They're like, no, that's manipulating the party. I'm like, well, you know what? If you want more than just people hack and slash, and you might need to motivate them to go in a certain direction at times. But anyway, so yeah, man, Archon or Aachen, I think I can't remember. Is it Aachen or? Yeah, they're a good company, dude. I have their they did the I can't think Wolfenstein board game. which is fucking awesome, dude. And they're miniatures, man. They're plastic minis, dude. You just, they are fucking a beauty to fucking put together, man. Because they fall right into place how they need to be, and they're just like they are a joy to play with, man, or to paint. They are fantastic, or put together. Excuse me, put together. They're like they're multi-piece plastics. Holy shit, they just fall. They fall together. They just like they fit perfect, perfect. Best bet. I have to admit, best constructing minis I've ever done for gaming. So if you guys want to play some board games that has a lot of minis and kind of scared of constructing them, Aachen or whatever, Archen. I can't remember what their name was. I think that's the same people. It is hip to be square, brother. Hip to be square. Hip, so very hip. Hip, hip, so hip to be square.
Oh my god.
Huey Lewis in the news, baby. Hell yes. What? Hey, just because I'm a punk rocker doesn't mean I don't know who Huey Lewis is. Come on now. He's awesome. Mel's like going, oh my god. Yeah. Whatever. She was listening to the Backstreet Boys and the Sugar and Spice or whatever, Everything Nice, whatever that shit is. Salt and Pepper.
Really?
And then what it is, Salt and Pepper?
Yeah,
there's two girls.
Spice.
Sugar and Spice, whatever. Like, I don't know. That shit I did. I wasn't into the hip hop or the kind of like the hip raps. I like the gangster rap shit. And like the hip, I don't know. I like old hip hop, like Flava Flav and the Fat Boys and shit like that. But not like, I don't know, like Salt and Pepper. Well, I don't even know if Beastie Boys is rap, dude. That's kind of an amalgamation of rap and rock. It might be. I don't know. I guess it is rap.
It's labeled as rap.
Is it considered rap? Beastie Boys is considered rap?
They were one of the first white boys.
White rap, like rich white boy rappers.
Picked up by like Dre and all the other.
Oh, okay. Oh, Archon. Okay, Archon did Wolfenstein. Yeah, Archon. That's right. So Archon. They're badass, man. You need to start painting again, woman.
No.
I tell you guys, we met and she's like, I like your toy soldiers. Can I paint some? I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, you can. Here. And she did, man. She painted, so I bought her a Soviet, World War II Soviet army, all female army, like a whole platoon worth. She painted that shit up, and then she painted like 100 plus zombies, and then you painted all the minis from. What's up, Justin? What's going on? There's a sad story about Huey Lewis, man. He went deaf so now he wears fucking power, hearing aids and shit. Yeah, he went like deaf, man. That sucks. But what was I saying? What was I bitch? Oh yeah. So and then you painted the whole box of the Hero Quest reissue. She painted all that shit, all the furniture, all the monsters, all the heroes, everything. And Burnout City, dude. Burnout City. Yeah. So guys.
Plus my eyes got bad.
Yeah. And we're getting older. Our eyes are for shit now. But I have to, if fellas, you single fellas out there, if you find a girl, right, that starts to dig your toys and wants to paint them and shit, just let her paint a couple things, man. Don't think that like, oh my God, I got somebody to paint my shit. Because they'll get burned out. Or they won't. They'll be like, crazy diehard gamers like we are. But you gotta play it on the safe side. Oh, he went tone deaf. Is that is there a I don't know. Shit. I guess that'd be good. I guess that'd be a difference between going blind and colorblind. Maybe it's something like that. I don't fucking know. I'm a simple fella. That complex kind of shit kind of throws me off. Makes me scared. But suck it up, Buttercup. That's right. Twinkle toes. But yeah. So we're like, so we're probably going to be moving here soon, guys. And Mel is like looking around for places to live. And she's like, oh my God, look at this. It's an indoor fucking waterfall and bowling alley. We need this. We need to live here. I'm like, yeah, look at the price of that thing. No, we don't. Come on, man. It's my dream. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this house. That's my dream house. No, wait, this is my dream house. It's just like shit. Ugh. So, yeah. So I'm trying to build a bunch of my shit so I can put them in to free up some space. So when we do move, I don't have all these boxes of kits. I have just like everything's in their totes or whatever. So it's one of the reasons why I'm doing all this constructing.
Actually, it would make more sense to keep it.
No, it wouldn't actually. No.
It doesn't get broken in the move. It's all boxed.
Woman.
You're doing things backwards.
Whatever. What does she know? What do you know?
It just makes more sense.
Oh, it was a bad joke. I'm not sure what paching means. Paching? Like, like money or something? I don't know. Dude, I'm old and no, he said paching, like P-A. Woman? I swear to God, Mel just has to throw in her 2 cents and whatever happens. It's like we're having a conversation and she'll have 2 words and then she'll just like come up with a story in her head and start, hey, that's blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's not even what we said. But I love you. You do. You make my life interesting. That's for sure. That is the truth. That is the truth. Oh, thanks, babe. She called me a sad, sad little man before I met her. Or after I met her.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, we like to give each other shit. She likes to give it, but man, she can't take it. She starts to get butthurt.
You know, I can hear you.
But yeah, good times, good times. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I'd venture as far as saying maybe a fully stocked hustler mansion would be more my speed.
Yeah. You wish.
Woo! Or penthouse. Playboy was okay. I mean, Playboy honestly was a little bit more cerebral for me when I was a kid because the articles were like real articles, and the women were beautiful, but but then my brother read Penthouse, right? So I would always check out his Penthouse, and it was it was similar to Playboy. It was kind of cerebral and everything, and they had high quality whatever. And then when I got older, I found Hustler, and that was just like. That's like Vegas. Woo! But anyway, good times. Like hitting a symbol. Okay, after telling a bad joke. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, I gotcha. So what are you up to, Justin? What you do anything tonight? You gaming or you piddling around, drawing diagrams or building models or painting shit or anything? Oh, wait a minute. Was I supposed to make that? Yeah, so it's like this. So this kit, it's like it has 3 different models of this Panzer II. And it's like if I'm not watching what I'm fucking doing, I end up like combining it all together. I'm trying to make a C model. I don't want to make an A or a B because the C is like the mass produced version of it. I hope it didn't run off you, Shadow. Talking about porn. So I mean, you guys, okay? So you guys predominantly role play, right? Do you guys like use minis? Like, I mean, okay, dude. So Conan, man, right? Modifius right now is, I guess they're losing their Conan license, right? So they're like selling all of their Conan, and I think it was, oh god, what was it? Conan and shit. Some of their other IPs are they're losing their IPs, and they're selling all the product for like nothing, like. So swing over, dude. Check out Modifius America and Modifius the British one. And a lot of that, most of that Conan shit is like super discounted. If there's anything left, I think John Carter is going off their IP too. Maybe not John Carter. What the fuck was it? Was it Warzone? I think it was War. Nah, shit, I can't. My fucking brain. But yeah, swing over to Modifius. They got I know the Conan stuff is being sold off pretty cheap. So if you've been in the need for some Conan stuff, this might be the time to grab it. I was looking at some of their. I'm really big into like map packs and stuff, and I was like, "Ooh, this might work." But then most of the map, I was going to use them for my weird war, but most of it is like it really looks like fancy, so I couldn't really use it. It's pretty cool that Conan. I mean, it seems like Conan's kind of hit a kind of a in the game, at least in the gamer sphere. It seems to be doing pretty well. I've seen a lot of people playing it like online and stuff. I didn't know Conan was popular. I don't know from that last movie. God, that was such a stinker. And movies are the mainstreams. It's how they see it. For the first time, which is cool. I got nothing wrong with that. I mean, you got to be exposed to all this shit somehow. And if it's a movie, I mean, that's all right. I'm trying to think if I was ever really. I mean, I was a Star Wars kid, like when I was a kid. But when I grew up, honestly, I was into Star Wars as a kid. And then when G.I. Joe came around, holy shit, Star Wars died. I was like, see, Star Wars, you're stupid. I want G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe's awesome. And then sci-fi wise, I became more of a Trekkie than I was a Star Wars fan. So yeah. So I kind of got out of the whole Star Wars thing. And then now, oh my God, I'm not even touching whatever Disney Star Wars is like a fucking, I don't know what happened. I watched the first movie, the first remake or whatever it was. Or I say remake. It wasn't technically a remake, but it might as well have been. I was just like, what? I fell asleep. I was just like, okay, they're back on Tatooine. It's another Jedi, another chosen one. There's a new, it's the Empire. Instead of like, it's got another Star Destroyer, but it shoots a bunch of lasers instead of one. I'm just like, what is? And then they off. Oh my god! Anyway, they off Han Solo in the stupidest way, and Han Solo and Leia and Luke, they don't all get a screen time together. It's like, what the fuck? That's insane. But was it the second one? It might have been the second one where like Leia's flying in space. I don't know, man. I have not seen the third one. I think maybe I fell asleep in the second one. I'm just like, what is going on? Yeah, I have to admit. So like, I had read some Conan stuff growing up as a kid. I read the main book, and then I read the comics, which isn't quite his work. But then I went on YouTube and I watched a couple videos about the whole like background of Conan, like all the vampires and the demons and the snake, the set, religion and all the crazy lands and everything. It was pretty fucking badass. I have to admit, it was pretty sweet, and it's tons of stuff, tons of adventures, tons of bad guys to fight, tons and tons of stuff to do in that story. Man, I would love to play. I say I'd love to play like John Carter stuff, but unless you're John Carter, shit, man, I don't want to be one of those Martian dudes. I've played John Carter. Last time I played a John Carter game, it was at a gaming con, and I was actually playing John Carter and a crew of his Martians. They're trying to save Thora, and I actually had a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun playing that. There's a company out there. I can't remember what company did. They do a pretty kick-ass line of John Carter stuff. I know that I want to say Modifius came out with a role-playing game version of it, but I don't know. I can barely play the fantasy stuff that I have, then do something new. Yeah, it's true, man. I mean, I don't get Hollywood, dude. We were talking about that. We were watching something today, and Mel said, "Oh, look, this woman." It was like we're watching an '80s movie or something. Mel's like, "Oh, look, this whatever." And I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, the politics of the day I think are advancing people in a way not from like their endeavors. It's more so like the political status quo or politics or who they are or who's affiliated with them, that kind of shit, instead of like their creativity. So that's why you get all this fucking just shit that yeah, exactly. They have these IPs like, here, you deserve but they don't know anything about it. They don't know.
Did the struggle to, the starving artist thing where you
Yeah.
struggled and honed in on your craft.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, it's like it's social advancement instead of advancement warranted by your creativity or your.
That's why we get
this shit.
And the shit, the Avengers and crap like that. That's not no good.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. And the Weimar Republic, yeah. I don't know, man. It's just, I'm for equality and all that shit, but I'm all about giving the job for the person who would be best at it. Be it whatever color, creed, race, religion, gender, whatever the fuck it might be. The best person for the job should get it, not some status quo shit, not some. But then, we also, I mean, it's just like anything, man. There's no easy solution to any of this shit. What?
You're getting on a soapbox.
Am I getting on a soapbox, baby?
Yes.
Mel's reeling me back in for I'm on my soapbox. So, okay, baby. Okay, baby. She doesn't like me soapboxing.
Get back to the
I'm a big political guy, so. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, and for all you crazy fuckers out there, see me building a World War II German tank. Just because I'm building this tank doesn't mean I associate with its fucking policies or politics or motivations. Fuck. I love that shit. Try playing Weird World War II, guys. Everybody fucking thinks you're the devil. Oh, you got Nazis and naked ladies and fucking monsters and zombies and shit. They're like, how could you? I'm like, because it's fucking fun. But yeah, we like playing like a grindhouse movie or a old pulp magazine. That's what we strive to do in our gaming, or at least I try to. Mel's just in it for.
I bring the rainbows.
Mel brings the rainbows.
And the sprinkles.
And the sprinkle. That's it, baby. You gotta have that woman's touch in there. Keep me grounded. Where the fuck is that other piece? I'm missing a piece. Oh, there it is.
Then of course I say this while I'm killing everything on Skyrim.
Yeah. Mel's a total. So Mel loves Skyrim, right, guys? And she is a fucking murder hobo on that thing. I mean, big time. I mean, anything that walks in front of her is dead. It's a rabbit, dead. It's a little kid walking by, dead.
No, unfortunately, we cannot kill the children.
Yeah, so she said, unfortunately, you can't kill the kids in Skyrim because if you could, they'd all be dead. Mel would have wiped them all out.
Have you seen the Skyrim kids? They're creepy.
She's crazy. She's saying, oh, they're creepy and they're scary. No, she's just murder hobo. Yeah. Good times. So do you play any miniature wargaming at all, Justin? Do you play with any minis at all, I should say? In your role playing and stuff? Do you have like Conan minis and stuff? I know there's some companies out there that make some kick ass like proxies. I don't think they're official Conan licensed stuff, but I mean they look badass.
When you play Conan, do you make sure to sound like Schwarzenegger?
So Mel wanted me to ask you, when you play, do you try to sound like Schwarzenegger? So I showed Mel never seen the Hercules in New York or whatever. The Hercules that that Schwarzenegger was in, right? Back in like the late 70s. And they dubbed over his voice, right? So it's not his real voice. It's like
watching a train wreck. Dog. You gotta watch it.
It's pretty bad, guys. It's pretty. Which one is it? Hercules in New York or Hercules Takes Manhattan or some shit like that?
It's in New York.
Well, that's where Manhattan is, woman.
Whatever, but it's in New York in the title.
Yeah, it's hilarious though. But yeah, so you're waiting for you are beautiful woman. No, it's like, well, hello, young lady. How are you? Like,
But it sounds like a Chinese guy.
It's hilarious. It's great.
It's great.
It's a great watch. I have to let me see if I'm gonna find that. My computer's acting slow. I'm not gonna fuck with that.
Yep.
Because Mel's online and bandwidth and all that bullshit. I'm not gonna. But look it up. It's like Conan in New York or some shit. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure Conan is not Austrian.
No, it's not Conan.
Oh, that's right. It's Hercules. Well, he's talking about Schwarzenegger as Conan.
Oh yeah.
There's a delay here. I think there's like a 30-second delay for some reason. It's just between like the comments from the chat and everything. It's weird. But yeah, it's I'm a big. I guess Schwarzenegger I saw on Netflix. He's coming out with a new series. He's like a TV series. He's like a the hell is he? He's like a retiring. Yeah, well, he's an old man. Yeah, but he's like a retiring. He's like an FBI agent or CIA agent or some shit like that. It's not a doom. It's not a doom. What the fudge? I think I'm gonna put some. Yeah, I'm gonna put those lights on instead. Ooh, it even gives me a choice of putting blackout lights or having the. I'm doing the blackout lights. You know why? Because I don't have to paint them. It's one less step. One less step for me. Shit. If I just do a blackout light. Yeah, so Conan's dad from the movie, that was Smith. Was it like John Smith? That guy's best, man. That guy was in like a million movies, dude. He had like a PhD in like linguistics or something. He could speak Russian and Chinese and like a bunch of different languages. It's pretty cool. I just watched something. Oh, my favorite movie with him in it with John Smith is I think his name is John Smith. Is Invasion of the Bee Girls. I love that fucking movie. So these girls are like all these men are showing up dead in like, you know, certain ways. And it finds out that like there's these women been mutated like by bees and they're like killing these men and like, you know, whatever, you know, gaining energy from them or some weird shit. It's pretty fun. It's a fun movie. It's like a total grindhouse B movie from the 70s. Waiting for that movie Sisu to come on our streaming service because I'm jonesing to watch that. It looks fucking awesome. I'm also been jonesing to watch. There's another movie. It's being played out in Europe. It's Dick Dynamite 1944. It's another kind of grindhouse movie, like during World War II. It's freaking awesome. I've talked to the director several times. I'm like, dude, you gotta get your ass over here. It's like, dude, I'm giving suggestions like in Texas, trying to get him to Texas because there's some pretty badass venues in Texas for, you know, small cinema stuff. We have that South by Southwest here. It's like a movie,
movie and music festival.
Yeah, movie festival, music festival and shit. It's pretty huge. And or even the Alamo Draft House does a lot of premieres out this way. I guess he reached out to him and they weren't interested. I'm like, what the fuck?
Nazis.
Jerks. I'm like it is John Smith, totally. I think it is John Smith, actually. I know his last name, but you've seen him. You've seen the guy. If oh, okay. So you're into World War II stuff? That's cool. What kind of wargaming do you do? Do you do like video gaming or do you do tabletop gaming? What kind of gaming? I'm a less comedic version. I don't know, man. All you gotta do is look at me. I'm pretty funny. Streaming service. I know, dude. I can't remember the last time we went to a movie theater. What's the last movie we saw, babe?
Oh, I think it. Oh shit. I think it was that
Oh my god, we took my daughter to go see
I forgot the name of it.
Academia, Macadamia, some shit. I don't know, some anime. Academy. I don't know. It's a bunch of kids that go to some sort of like magic college or some shit. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I
can't remember. I think I fell asleep.
Dude, that was painful. That was painful.
I don't even think she loved it.
Oh, I think she loved it. Oh, hell yeah, I hear that. So I have a not to get into any details, but the streaming service that I use, I have a buddy. He has a private server on that goes through Plex. And I mean, I'm like, I have access to everything that's in the movie theaters right now, like high def shit. So that's why we don't go to the movies anymore. Shit. Yeah, we just need. I need to get a receiver for my fucking Bose surround sound system. I just don't have a fucking receiver to hook it up in. But again, you know, shit. That's what happens when you're fucking got kids and. Oh, you're defiling the bodies of his ancestors,
No,
huh?
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Come on now.
Shut up.
You know you are.
You're a weirdo.
Animal. Hey, you're the one playing, not me. So like Mel's playing a Skyrim mission right now. It's like this guy's like, there's some sort of curse in my family's tomb crypt. Can we go in there? Can you help me go in there and kill the evil necromancer that is reanimating my loved ones? What's the first thing she does? She fucking starts looting everything. And the guy's like, hey, that's my ancestor shit. She's like, I don't care. I'm killing these necromancers for you. But I deserve payment.
He's only going to give me like 10 gold for this mission. Oh, really? Go that.
75-inch TV. So so we have a friend, right? Colette. She has a TV that big, Justin. It is fucking massive, and it's like super high def or whatever. It's no lie, dude. It's like real. It's like looking at like you're watching some movie, and it's like they're in your fucking room. It's like I've never seen anything like that before.
Like, get out of our house, Gilligan.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. It's awesome though. It's pretty impressive. But I mean, I don't know. You know, it's like I'll be honest with you. That high def shit is a little off-putting, to be honest with you. I think it just makes it done. I don't know. It looks like something's on video. Does that make any sense? Like I don't know. It just looks like it's coming off of a camera phone or something. Maybe that's just to show that camera phones are so badass now. It looks like real fucking life. I don't know. That's nuts. But it's pretty impressive. It's something nice to watch. Do I have any? But that's pretty cool. My tools, I had to find, you know, of course, that one thing you gotta find is at the very bottom of your thing. Dump everything out to get to it. But yeah, some shit that's broken. Damn it. I swear I have nothing. I have nothing. All my shit is broke.
What broke?
I need a drill, but all my pin drill bits are broken. You been playing with my drills, baby?
No.
My drill bits again?
No.
I wake up at night and Mel's in my shit, like using all my tools. I'm like, woman?
I have my own tools.
She does have her own tools. That's true. That is the truth. So, what movie preview did we see recently that looked interesting? thought didn't I save something onto our watch list recently? What was that?
I don't remember.
I'm sure it had something to do with sex or something. But yeah. Ugh. But yeah, so let's get into the game in here. So I'm doing some Panzer IIs here, and these are early models. This is I'm doing a C model. So this would be really common in the French campaign during the Western campaign in 40 and 30, 39 too, because they'd be in Poland and shit. But also we could use these for Mel's looking at me.
I'm just watching.
Put your shirt back on. That's not fair.
No, I'm just watching the show, y'all.
Mhm.
He's being weird. Continue with your little show.
I am.
Okay.
I'm just looking at you.
Preach.
That was God. I don't know why she likes me, guys.
I love you.
She gives me so much
Continue with
shit.
your little stories.
Give my little stories.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's cool. So Justin is watching me. I mean, I'm sorry, dude. I'm glad he can't see my face. He's got one of those big ass TVs. And he's watching us on it right now. So it's like massive. Oh my God, he can count the hairs on my arm. That's cool.
It's a little freaky.
She's just there snapping the drill bits in half and plying. Hell yeah, she is. Snap, fuck you. It's like remember when you didn't like give me ice cream that night? Snap. Oh, dude, you ask for ice cream constantly. I have to deny you sometimes, man. Be big as me. Which would be fine. I don't care. I love you.
I used to be like 128 pounds.
I know you weigh like $150. So the glue I'm using, guys, is Testers cement, liquid cement. I kind of like Tamaya's cement a little bit better, but it's the same shit. It works. It's like a weld. It it burns the plastic, melts the plastic together, so you get that really good. You get those really good bonds. But then you gotta it sits pretty fast, so you gotta kind of like get it going, get that shit in place before it, it's too crazy. Yeah. But yeah, so I was talking about the Panzer IIs here. You'll see them in France. Shit, you'll see this model or roughly this model up to like North Africa. And then they kind of withdraw them. They kind of start serving as like security units and stuff after that. But yeah, so these kits will get a lot of use. Also, I'm playing them to where, in my world, I'm gonna say that the Chinese are gonna have access to the Panzer 1s, 2s, and 3s. And they have in my weird war world, the Germans didn't back the Japanese for the as part of the Axis. They backed the Chinese, so the Chinese become part of the Axis, and because they sent like advisors over there to help the Chinese. And late in the mid 30s, Czechoslovakia also went to China and sent like a Skoda factory opened up in China, and they were making the LV 35s. And then I'm saying that I think Mann or Krupp made the Panzer 1, 2s, and 3s. And I'm saying that they built a factory in China too. So the Chinese are going to be more equipped. And then I'm going to say the reason they chose that is because, first of all, so here's a little history for you guys. So when World War I ended, most of Germany's Pacific colonies were given to the Japanese. So I'm basically saying that Germany steps back, and the Nazis step back into power, and they piss on the WWII, and they're saying like, "Hey, we want our Pacific colonies back, Japan." And Japan's like, go spin on it, and that starts a division. And they're like, "Well, shit, we'll just back China instead of Japan." And China pays in like raw materials to Germany, and like opium or whatever the fuck. So China has something to give Germany. So I'm excited to we have a campaign going on. I'm excited to show all this stuff off because we're eventually going to have some naval battles between the Kriegsmarine and the Imperial Japanese Navy in the Pacific. So that's going to be kind of cool, like early war stuff. So you'll see like U-boats attacking like Japanese, corvettes and destroyers and shit. So that'd be pretty cool. So that should be. See, that's cool. That's weird World War II, man. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. It's awesome. Rectangles. Oh yeah, I agree. The bottles, yeah. I played a campaign in the early 2000s where Hess wasn't arrested for crimes against the peace by the British. And when the Germans went into Poland, the British honored the agreement. Oh, see, shit, yeah. Oh man, the Poles just got fucked, dude. It's like, and look, the Poles were badass, man. I mean, they fought really well against the Soviets and the fucking Nazis. And the French and the Brits, they were promising to back them up, but September 39 comes around and boom, where are they? Where are the Brits? Where are the French? And they got let, man. Fucking poor Poles, dude. They've just been like, I like to read a Polish history book because they've just been walked on their entire fucking history. It sucks. But yeah, so if the French, and look, I'm not a big, I don't believe the French were fucking pussies. I just think their leadership failed the French soldiers like enormously, and that's why France was defeated so soundly. I think the French military equipment was better than the Germans. I just their doctrines were a little outdated, but it was their command that fucked them. And shows weak command destroy an army. But yeah, if the there was a limited strike into Germany from France during the invasion of France. They I believe some French units crossed the frontier, and the French German frontier and occupied a couple towns, but there was no push to keep going by command, so they just left. But pretty interesting to think about, like what would happen if like the French invaded Germany for invading Poland, and then having the Allies actually a fucking ally, alliance. But yeah, makes you think, because look, I mean, seriously, guys, Germany, I mean, dude, eventually the Germans were going to lose no matter what. There's no, in my opinion, there's no non-weird World War II way that the Germans would be fucking victorious. The Soviets would, even if like the Germans defeated the Brits on the British Isles or whatever, the Soviets would have just eventually, fucking pile drived over them. But I say that, but if you insert a weird war aspect to it, let's say like the Lend-Lease is never initiated or whatever, I don't think the Soviets will have enough wiggle room with equipment and shit to keep the Nazis at bay, man. I think they might have to give up most of Western Soviet Union to the Nazis, and then and like in my world, the Americans stay neutral, and then when the Japanese attack Pearl, the American industrial might is centered on defeating Japan. They're not part of the Allies. They're a neutral nation in the war in Europe. And so they concentrated in Japan, but there's some weird war aspects that I have to reel that military in from America, or they would just bulldoze Japan. So Japan's got some sneaky weird war things up their sleeve to slow down the American industrial advantage. I won't tell you guys it because I want to show you guys as we play out the scenario. But I think my weird war in where the Germans are supporting the Chinese will bring up some pretty interesting what ifs in China and Far East Soviet Union. So that should be a lot of fun. Let's check out what you guys have been saying. Yeah, so that's cool. I mean, it sounds like what game system are you playing it, Justin? What rule system are you using for it? Is it just kind of your own thing? I'm using my Battleground Weird World War II, my homebrew, to play all this stuff out. When I start doing like aerial combat, because we're going to do some aerial campaigns. Probably more likely just like bomber campaigns and small campaigns to secure the air in certain invasions. And if if it's a decisive victory in these air battles, we'll say that the air is controlled by that belligerent, and that'll affect the access to air power on the infantry based games, the 28 millimeter stuff. So it should be a lot of fun. It should be pretty cool. Let's see what you got. Yeah, Mosley. Yeah. I mean, there were fascists everywhere during that time. It wasn't just in Europe, dude. We had fascists in the States. They had fascists everywhere. In Britain. But yeah, so I mean that was kind of that political ideal was gaining favor in a lot of places during that time frame, and it was just like another political way to do shit, fascism. I'm really excited to start experimenting with South America. South America has a lot of cool opportunities politically, being wargaming wise, to get those guys into certain, belligerents, maybe even start some civil wars down there, or even get some to join the Axis. And I'm trying to think. I got some ways to get Franco in the mix. The reason Franco didn't fucking join anything is because he had a great relationship with the British. But then, he was more in tune with, Mussolini and Hitler and his style of governance. So it's like, but he, played it smart and just stayed out of the whole fucking mess. But yeah, so. That's cool. Yeah, dude, have you looked into A Very British Civil War at all? That's got some great like background stuff for the fascists in England and stuff, and you can use some of that that stuff. I mean, and that's written by some guys, some guys that are privy to all that, political insight. So it's got some great reading, dude. If you just they have several different they've got several different books on different areas of the world and stuff during the time and their timeline and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Gives you some ideas on how to turn things weird. But, but yeah, that's one cool thing about Weird War, man. You just turn the world tits up and go crazy with it. Make it any way you want it. Well, where does that piece go to?
Remember, there's no extra pieces.
There's no extra pieces. There's always extra pieces, baby. Yep. Always. Oh, there's always extra pieces. What are you talking about? You always have extra pieces in a model kit. Always. Always. Always and forever. Okay, where does that bit go? There it is. So, me being Brian, of course, I never follow the fucking instructions. I always just kind of do shit how I want to. So, I always come up in these situations where bits are being covered by other bits. Damn it. Follow the instructions, old man. Goodness. So, you dig bolt action, dude? I've played a lot of bolt action. It's a good, pick up quick game.
We have the shit to play it.
Yeah, we got all the stuff to play it. Mel's played it, what, twice? Once? Twice?
I absolutely liked it.
You like it? Traitor.
Let it.
Traitor. She was my betrayer. Yeah, it's again, it's a easy, it's fun. Easy. I mean, it's fun. I like a little bit more crunch in my gaming. But if you just want like a beer and pretzel, shit, you just jump into that thing and just go to town. It doesn't take much to do. Well, you don't need all that. But
a few minis and some drinks.
Yeah, you don't need all that fucking activation dice bullshit. You just roll to see who goes next.
But it's not.
It is the same. My God, it's just some. You don't need that shit, babe. You don't need that shit. That's just their fucking marketing department coming up with fucking ideas to do sell more bullshit. Whatever.
It's like playing Monopoly without the little dog figure.
You need the dog. You just need a perk for Monopoly.
But it doesn't.
Anyway, yeah. But shit, it's a huge game. There's a lot of people playing it. Lots of people playing it. A lot of people playing Chain of Command too. That's a big like. Everybody likes that one too. I might have to just fuck this one. This ain't gonna work. Yeah, it's too late. Anyway. Whoop. All right, man. Shadow, good to see you, man. Hope you have a good game, dude. He was in the shadows, Justin. Shadow was in the shadows. Biding his time till he attacks. What is that shit? Okay. Ugh. Little bits. Little bits. Probably wait on that. Wait on these pieces because those connect the hole to the chassis. Ugh. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna bow out, Justin. Thanks for swinging by. I appreciate it. I'm at a stopping point here.
Yeah, because you totally messed up your model.
I did. What the? Again, Mel just saying shit. to hear her own voice.
Didn't follow directions.
God. But yeah. So you'll have to swing. You have to make some battle reports, Justin. See some of that. See some of that weird war in the mix, dude. There's not enough of us weird war guys making battle reports on the net. I think I've been to your site. I don't think you have any videos, do you? Like battle reports? I've been to your channel before. Or your account. Maybe I haven't. I think I have. Let me check. Let's see if I've been to your.
You're gonna bump yourself off.
Would you, God Almighty, just fucking nag.
Voice.
Yeah, you're like a fucking nag disembodied voice. God,
Touch it.
nonstop.
That's fine.
It's like when you're kids, right?
I'll
Yeah.
just say
What?
your toys disappear one at a time so you don't even notice.
Oh, okay. So the next thing you know, your makeup disappears, and your clothes, and your shoes. So yeah, let's not go down that threat aisle. All right, guys. Well, Justin, yeah, man, do some battle reports. Do you like to check them out? All right, guys. You'd be all right. You should make some videos, dude. It'd be good. Show us your weird. See what those fascists can do in the mix. All right, man. You have a good night. And whatever you guys do, don't listen to Mel because she just fucking nags about the whatever. Just keep it weird. See you later.